Now, he brings on a guest to talk about this situation, and I promise you, she gives the most woke, radical response to this that she possibly could. Watch.
Vivek weighed in and said, this is basically calling Americans lazy, but he wasn't speaking about Black people, correct?
Well, when they say Americans, we know that we're excluded from that. They say Black Americans. They don't normally say Black Americans. They say the Blacks. So the fact that he just said Americans is already indicative of his target audience. He tried to throw Steve Urkel up in there a little bit, try to add a little DI into his insults. But the reality is, when he's talking about American culture, he's talking about white culture. Let's just speak truth, okay?
If you ever wondered what's wrong with wokeness in one clip, that was it. She thinks that when people talk about Americans, they're talking about white Americans. They can't be talking about Black Americans. It's her, the people who are crying about racism, who are creating the racism. If someone says Americans with no racial intent behind it, why are you the one who automatically assumes that they're excluding Black Americans from that? And then if they did say Black Americans, you would take offense to that too. You want to be included, but you reject being included. You don't want divisiveness, but you're the one creating the divisiveness. How are Black Americans not part of American culture? I mean, Black Americans have probably had control of music, athletics, entertainment for generations now. Black culture is woven into American culture. There is no American culture without the contributions of Black culture. So why do you have to hate white people so much that when they say American culture and they're including you in it, you outright reject it because you think that their intentions are so much more covert and nefarious? That is why white Americans got so offended by the whole woke movement, is because you were essentially telling them that no matter what they did, no matter how nice they were always just inherently racist and evil. You can't expect to insult and degrade a majority of the country, to enact policies that are openly discriminatory against them, to be able to be outwardly racist towards them, but if they're somehow racist to any of the other minority groups, it's the ultimate cancelable offense. So we'll let the Democrats just live in their delusional world where us having a policy debate is some sort of victory for them to celebrate, and we'll just focus on being happy individuals and making America great again.